Well, I am so pleased to interview you, Dalia, here from Williamsburg, Brooklyn to
Yes.
Cairo, Egypt. So
Yes. Hello from
please,
Cairo.
please introduce yourself.
Okay, I'm Dalia El Abd. I'm from Cairo, and I'm a dancer and a choreographer. I studied at the Alvin Ailey more than 20 years ago, and after a long, long time, I finally got this dance studio called Dansabil, and this is the culmination of the years. Yes,
Great. Well, Dalia, I want to ask you, what is your experience? I know that, many dancers and choreographers are scared to study, especially choreography online. And they are scared and they say, we want to dance live. But can you tell us about your experience, being part of the mentorship program in choreography?
Yes. Um, I think I had the same fear at the beginning as everyone else. But when I just said, I want to give it a try and see how it goes, it was totally different than what I expected. It's great to see everybody at the same time, and you feel free and at the comfort of your own home or your own studio. And I feel like really it's you still get the same benefit because it's just I think we imagine it's not a technique class, it's more a class where you discuss and you share material and watch videos and watch each other's work. So it's different than taking a dance class online. So yeah, and it's really interesting to see the differences in time zones. So you connect two different time zones in one frame, and that's super exciting.
Yes.
Four different zones. I don't know how many time zones you have in one mentorship session. Yeah.
Great. What do you think that it was the most regarding thing about doing this online, and what do you discover about your creative process?
Yeah. There's a freedom in the road is having a great freedom, not being tied down to a particular location to do your work, feeling that you can be reached anywhere and everywhere, and you're still in the context of your environment. The most rewarding thing is feeling that I'm going to share with an international group my work and to get feedback. And there's a kind of comfort in not knowing each other because you don't fear being judged. But at the same time, there's a familiarity which makes it comfortable. Because at the end of the day, we're all going to go off on our different journeys, but at the same time, we come back together through the workshop. So there's a comfort and a freedom and a lack of judgment, which really makes you feel at ease to go through your process without any fear. And fear, and there's a kind of fear which can stop you from really exploring yourself and be focused on the product. Here, what I love about the workshop is that you really get to focus on the process without any hindrances. Just throw it all out. And this is where you learn. This is where the real learning happens.
Great. Thank you so much. If you need to give me 3 words about what you gain.
Okay. Perception, a renewed perception, alignment, getting back in alignment with connecting the physicality of dance and the intellectuality of it.
Right.
So, yeah. And a third word is shared experience and connection.
Great.
Yes.
You have any question for me?
Yes, I would like to ask you, Anabella, how different is it for you teaching online than when you teach in the real. Is there any an added advantage to the online experience?
Yes, there is. I'm having a blast teaching online, and I feel it's because everything is on my hand, especially all my books and all the films. Sometimes, teaching not just for the mentorship program at the other university that I'm teaching. Sometimes I want to give an example, and literally I say, wait a second, and I reach one of the books and I show them. So sometimes being in the classroom, you are like bringing the material and it's everything curated, but you don't have the things of improvise or certain things that is about the spontaneity. Because when you're teaching, for me, teaching is serving the community. So sometimes I have an idea, but I cannot achieve it in the classroom, but I can do it now from home. And then, for example, things that appear in class, like showing certain videos, I'm just saying, okay, wait a second. I look in YouTube, I look at Vimeo, and I share the screen. And I could not do that before. So what I miss, well, I miss to hug my students, the physicality, the feel that, some of the students at the mentorship program, I don't know them in person like yourself. But in a way, I know that I know you so well, because I see you dance, I see your artistical choices when you choreograph. So I know you, it's not just Martha Graham that say the movement never lie. I can see who's a, but, I miss that physical contact, and I'm Latina. So, I will hug you and kiss you. And if the students, in the regular class here in New York, if they didn't kiss me when we started the class, I was like, hello, I'm here, so kind of, I miss that part of socialization. But at the same time, I see that all different dancers and choreographers are more focused. I feel people less distract. They come back to the sources of inspiration, and perhaps they are more committed because it's online. You cannot miss the class. I say that I'm not a record the class, so I put try to have this live interaction. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
um
Yeah.
any other question that I want to ask you is um about your creative process and the themes that you are choreographing during the workshop, because some of my every month I dedicate to a different theme. You participate to the one that it was 2D and 3D, then ritual dance, and now choreography for the camera. So can you talk about the different creative process for the different exercise that I propose?
Yes. Well, the one that strikes me the most, for example, is the one related to ritual. Dance, yes, of course, historically it started as a ritual, and it's really interesting to see how to bring the actual real life ritual into a choreographic context. It's we don't necessarily think of the link. We think that we have to that dance is a ritual and that there is ritual outside of the stage. But it's really nice to see how you can really blend the two together and give it like a third dimension, a third setting, So that struck out for me, and it gives it more meaning. You can connect it to to the rituals you have in life, and it gets you thinking about the small little things that you do in life, and it kind of like Todd, your husband, would say, who's an amazing photographer, like to bring the universality into small things, So and that feeds your ideas of, oh my God, there's so much material to dance about, like just setting the spot on what we think is not a ritual is a ritual,
Yes.
and how can you turn like the small little routines of everyday life that you didn't think of as a ritual into something more expanded and more vivid and more alive, And this last workshop that I'm taking was a choreography for the camera. It's really, really interesting to see the freedom that the camera can give you, another added dimension that you won't have on the stage. I mean, the stage is beautiful, and there's this live energy, this energy going back between the audience and the performer, but the camera it's like you have another leg or another, I don't know. It's
Yes,
like,
yes.
it is a dancer with you, and you can choose. You have a say in how you want to be seen. You have more freedom, so you kind of like guide. You know, it's really, it gives more freedom, though it feels more restrictive. Technically, it's more restrictive, like, but
Yeah.
there's a restriction and there's a freedom, but the freedom in it is outweighs the difficulty of trying to fit yourself in a screen.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yes,
Well,
the first talk was about just film, dance, and film.
yes.
I felt there's a certain similarity with the with this last one, but I think the difference was in the correct me if I'm wrong, Annabella.
No, no, you're correct. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yes.
Different
It was,
angles. You know, we can study composition forever. You know, some of the students also say, Anabella, you have to develop a whole long year program. And I say,
yeah.
I would like to do that, you know, that we continue this journey for a whole entire year. But I don't know if people are committed because, you know, all of us, most of the participants for my workshops are professors, you know, deans of the university, like you, directors of their own school. So, you know, it's a long commitment. Say, okay, I'm going to be for 6 months to a year doing this. So that's why
Yes.
I try to change the topic, but
Yes.
even add more, you know, it's like because like you participate in several workshops, so I can have a continuity of the material, even though there are new people every month. You know?
Yes, there's a build up. There's a build up,
Yes.
and I think, and what I like about the workshop, that even if you're not taking each workshop, one workshop in by itself has a totality, has a like a, is integrated in itself, in and of itself. So it's, people would still benefit from just one workshop. You take something with you, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you so much for your time and for your ideas and to sharing your creativity. So looking forward to see what you're going to show on Saturday.
Yes, yes, great. I thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
Annabella.